Hey, what's up? I'm Tyler Wysong. In this video, I'm gonna show you what I believe could be the missing link to your mixed voice. Let's go. Today, what I'm going to be addressing is the tongue dorsum height. In my experience of literally teaching thousands of voice lessons over the last 10 years of my life now, I have noticed there is a connection between people who have a slightly higher tongue dorsum, and I'm gonna show you how to find it the right way, versus people who kind of have a lower tongue dorsum. The higher tongue, these people have an easier time accessing their mixed voice on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, and actually applying it into real songs, even ones that sit really high. You see, a lot of times we're not even aware of it, but we start pulling our tongue down for many reasons because we're trying to help our voice get these high notes, but in fact, we end up creating a new problem for ourselves. So I'm gonna show you an exercise right now that I sequenced just for this video that's gonna help you find this high tongue dorsum the right way, because you don't wanna just be pressing your tongue up against the roof of your mouth or pressing it into your molars. That's just gonna cause another issue for you. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna use velopharyngeal opening as a means to an end. And that's just a fancy way of saying nasality. So what we're gonna do is we are going to pinch our nose and we're gonna say sh, but with this sound and flow going through our nose. Sha, 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 sha. So this kind of sound. It's horrible, I know, but don't worry, it's a means to an end. Now, when you make that sound, it's almost impossible to have this feeling of resonance and buzz up in your nose if your tongue dorsum is low. So it seems to find the right position when you do this sound. Then what you want to do is pull your hand away and like this. And when I check it, the sound has then normalized, meaning I got rid of the excessive nasality, but I keep that higher tongue dorsum. And then I'm also experiencing all of this amazing resonance that to my brain is like this image of the sound being more to the front as opposed to sh, kind of something swallowed into the back. And it is an image, it's not something you physically feel. It's something more you see with your mind's eye. What we want to do is kind of have an or an mixed together. So you can play around with going so it's that kind of vowel, like gross. That's kind of the shape we're gonna use. This is the magic vowel that is gonna really help you get up through your range very, very easily. There's acoustic reasons why we're doing this. It's gonna help us track the right kind of resonance that's gonna lead you to your mixed voice. So first of all, let's take that magic vowel and let's keep the nose pinched the whole time. And I promise this is just a means to an end. I know it sounds bad. But my voice turned over so easily there. If I don't let it turn, kind of gets a little shouty, a little yelly, and that's okay if that's what you want, but that's not mixing. That would be more of like a mixed belt. But what if you want the pure mixed voice, especially for some of these songs that sit really high? You have to let that voice turn over. Now, let's come back here and let's see what this pathway and what these specific shapings and tunings are helping us achieve. I mean, it literally feels effortless to do that. When you set up the voice in a very specific way, then all of a sudden everything just works. Like, I'm not having to think about my support there, although I'm supporting. I'm not having to think about a million different things. I'm not having to think about my larynx position, about where my resonance is. If you set the voice up properly on the first note, your brain starts to lock on to what's happening. So as you're doing this, you want to just keep looking for that feeling of the voice coming up and over. And this placement works amazing for singing actual songs, especially songs that just live up there in the mix. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. You see, my voice just stays in that pocket. And when it stays up in that pocket, I've taken all of that effort off of my throat. Because if you're going up there, you're trying, just up, oh my God. Like, you are not gonna make it through a song like that. I mean, maybe if you have to compress boop, boop, or something like that, you know, every now and then for whatever reason you would do that. I mean, you can get away doing it once, but if you're singing a melody up there, it's going to reveal if you actually know the coordination you're singing in or not. So my friend, this is really an amazing tip, especially if you start to grasp this idea. Be patient with yourself. This stuff takes time, but also know this is still just a tip and you need a systematic approach that you can apply these tips to on a regular basis. If you're looking for something like that, I made something for you, and this is my life's work thus far on how to build and develop your mixed voice. If that's something you're interested in, I have a link for you down below. My friend, I want to just encourage you for a moment. We all face setbacks. We all feel like sometimes we're failing or sometimes we're losing. And sometimes the hard work that we're putting in just isn't paying off. I want to share a story with you about the legendary basketball player, Michael Jordan. Jordan's obstacle was the Detroit Pistons. For 3 years, they had beaten his team, the Chicago Bulls, in the playoffs and had gone on to the championship. John Daly, the head coach of the Pistons, had designed a special defense solely to stop Jordan. In the Jordan's Rules by Sam Smith, the author details a defense that basically beat Jordan up for 4 quarters. Jordan responded with greater determination. He rebuilt his physique and became stronger. He developed an outside shot, and his team defeated the Pistons and went on to win the NBA title. My friend, whatever setback you're facing right now, what if that setback was actually your biggest comeback? It doesn't matter how many times you fall down. All that matters is how many times you get back up. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please give me a like. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and join the family. Until next time.